Before this video starts, I feel like we're going to need a bit of backstory. I finally got my car back from being forged, finished most of the break-in miles, and booked a ticket to go to Caffeine and Machine with Northwest VXR Owners Club at the weekend. But then, at 3 AM the night before, I looked outside and saw this had happened. Now, I don't have winter tyres for my car since we only get snow for a few days per year, but 7 hours later, all the roads were clear enough to drive on, except from my street. So if I still wanted to make it to Caffeine and Machine, I'd just have to make it about 25 metres up to the clear roads. So the question is, will the VXR make it up the hill? At first, the car really didn't want to move. The snow wasn't that slippy, but below a certain temperature, Pilot Sport 4s are like driving on blocks of plastic rather than rubber. That was the moment I shifted into second, and finally the car started moving, but it skated all over the place and would actively slip back down if I let off the throttle even the tiniest bit. In the end, I figured since second was better than first, then third and maybe even fourth would give us an even better chance of getting up the hill, so I just sent it. And just like that, we had made it to the top. I dipped the clutch in fourth and then tried to just roll forward in second. Now I had traction, but yeah, I didn't give it enough power to actually keep moving, so the car stalled, which actually turned out to be a good thing.
Stalled it? I stalled it and I've left key in the house, so it's a good job I stalled it.
So yeah, I tried to restart the engine and the car wouldn't let me because I had left the key in the house and almost left without it, which would have meant I couldn't turn the car off when I got to the petrol station and would have had to come straight back home. So by stalling it, I actually avoided a little disaster there. Courtney grabbed me the key though, and it was time to head out. So with my copyrighted music playing, sorry YouTube, I took off towards the final hurdle, which would be the junction at the end of our street, to try and get onto the clear roads where I'd have no problem for the rest of the journey. You can go left or right really and end up in the same place, but I figured trying to slide up a hill would be safer than sliding down one to start with, so I tried to go to the right, and this happened. The car pretty much got stuck immediately and started sliding back down the hill towards the curb, so I threw it in reverse, put full left lock on and straightened it back out, pointing down the hill, hoping to aim for that nice clear patch and just be on my way. And it's pretty much smooth sailing from here on out.
And that's it, literally all main roads from here, so I'm not even going to bring it back up onto the street. It's just going to stay on a main road for the next few days until it thaws out a bit and I can get it back on the drive. Don't know where I can get it. The extra service is online. We are on the M1, underway. I don't know what I'm doing with this video. Don't know if there's a point to it. Just gonna go see some VXRs. Some traffic is telling me to get off the M1. Maybe I should have followed it and gone the roadway, but I just wanted to stay away from anything that could happen to be snowy. I don't know if something's happened on the motorway. Yeah, we'll see where the day takes us, I guess. That was sketchy getting off the street. I grabbed fourth, so that'll have been like, what, 100 mile an hour wheel speed at 3,000 revs. Didn't have to give it more than like a third throttle, which is testament to how slippy it is. And then I did stall it, and thankfully the car started beeping to let me know the key wasn't in when I tried to restart it. Otherwise I'd have got to Caffeine and Machine or got to a petrol station, realised I've not got my key and not been able to stop or restart the car. So yeah, streak of luck that I stalled it. And then tried to turn right off our street, didn't work, just started slipping, so I turned left, reversed it back down, slid towards a curb, and then you get 3 meters off the end of our street and every other street is perfectly clear. It's just, you know, drive extremely carefully because it's so slippy. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't can't go out on summer tyres in this weather. Just the fact that it's cold, snow or not, means your summer tyres have considerably less grip than they should. Every other country has a law about switching to winters in the winter for a reason. The UK is just backwards like that. You can do what I'm doing and take Pilot Sport 4S's out in -1 and be it on your head if you crash, I guess. But I'm not even going to attempt to get back on our street. I'm going to leave it a couple of streets away. Hopefully no one decides to rob it in the next couple of days before the weather gets good enough that I can stick the car back on the drive. But Courtney should be happy that she's got the drive to herself. I mean, he doesn't have to stay on the road. See you either closer to Caffeine and Machine or once I get there, basically.
From there, it was about 2 hours of motorway driving, with not a single bit of ice or snow in sight apart from on the verges. It's very foggy, but a nice drive overall. No traffic or interruptions other than a quick petrol stop.
So made it to Caffeine and Machine in the end. Took over 2 hours. Hell of a drive, especially with the weather conditions. It's been rainy and foggy the whole way. I mean, it's way better here than it was further up north, but still not a great environment. But yeah, tons of VXRs here. I'm gonna find people, meet up, see what else is in the car park, and then give it an hour, 2 hours until our slot ends and head home. Absolutely grotty from the drive down. Some fans come on because I've just left it idling. But we made it in the end. Didn't slide into anything. So, result.
You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the grey matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
There's some rate smoke coming off the front of my car. I hope that's steam, not something else.
This MX-5 was the coolest thing parked up, apart from the VXRs of course. I guess the weather didn't make it the best day to go for a visit to Caffeine and Machine in your modified car. There was a lot of Seats in the car park. I think there was a Cupra Owners Club meet or drive out thing going on as well.
Other than that, not too much interested in the car park. Seems like a cool place. They've got these TP tent things. Oh, that sounds lovely though. It's like there's a fire in the tent. You can keep nice and warm. And then the infamous wall. Infamous? I don't know. Insta famous.
I thought this sign was pretty good as well. Praise the lowered, honour the uplifted. I didn't film much after this. We moved to this other area behind the TP tents with some nice lights, which I'll play you a nice clip of now. There was this lovely red VXR, which was one of the cleanest I've seen. And in Caffeine and Machine, they had this Cosworth engine. Honestly, a work of art on display. But yeah, other than that, this is about when we headed home. I did have another VXR to follow, which made for some cool sights on the motorway. But the drive was absolutely horrific. It was chucking it down, super foggy, and my headlights are like candlesticks. So I was definitely glad to be home 2 hours later. So, it's the next day. We switched the car off. I had to park the car a street away in front of a neighbour's house because there was no way I was getting down the hill. You can't see it, but yeah, super steep and super icy. I would have slid into either Courtney's car or one of the neighbour's cars if I wanted to get back on the drive. So it was forecast to be 5 degrees today anyway, so the snow has melted overnight. and I'm finally back on the drive. So that was my trip to Caffeine and Machine for the first time with Northwest VXR Owners Club and Team Arden. If you like the video, you know what to do. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate.